I was looking at my phone the other night, just staring at that little typing bubble from a guy at work, and my heart was honestly just racing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Just watching those three little dots bounce up and down.
Right, and you start going through your own text, the one you just sent, and you think, wait, was I too blunt? Did I sound mad?
You start to panic over a tiny little thumbs up emoji.
Yeah, exactly. It is this quiet, totally unspoken tension we all have. We spend so much time thinking our real worth at work is about the big stuff, right? Like the massive projects or the big review at the end of the year.
Yeah, the things that feel heavy.
But the truth is, the real way people judge us is happening in these tiny, completely silent moments on our phones. It's the daily chats, the quick updates.
It really is. And I think it comes down to a really deep psychology that we just don't talk about enough. The mind is doing so much work behind the scenes when you send a message.
It is. Because you sit there wondering why you feel so weird about a text that just says okay with a period at the end.
No, the period at the end is brutal.
It feels so cold, but why? Why does our mindset completely shift when we see a period at the end of a sentence?
Well, I think it starts with the space we are in. Think about how weird it is to use a chat app for work, like physically.
What do you mean?
Okay, so picture this. You are at home, right? It's the evening. You are sitting on your couch in your sweatpants.
Yeah, totally relax.
Right. And you open up this app on your phone. The app is bright. It has fun colors. You have all these emojis right there. It feels like a toy.
Yeah.
It feels like you are just chatting with a friend.
Which you usually are.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So your brain gets the signal that you are safe. It tells you you could drop your guard. You could just be casual. But the person on the other side of that message might be your boss or a big client.
Wow. So it's like a trap.
It's a huge trap. Your body feels like it's resting on the couch, but your words are walking into a tense office meeting. And we just forget how to act. We forget to shift our tone.
We really do. It's like we lose the ability to match the room. Because the room is just a glowing screen.
Yeah, we just lose that mental shift. When you go into a coffee shop, you talk to the person at the counter one way. And when you go to a wedding, you talk a different way. You shift naturally.
Right. You don't have to think about it.
But on a phone, we get so used to this fast, casual style, it becomes our default habit. Our brain just makes it the standard way we talk to everyone.
And it causes so much damage. I mean, I see this happen with so many people. And it hits different people in different ways, doesn't it?
For sure. Think about someone who is just starting out, right? Like in their early 20s.
Yeah, trying to prove themselves.
Exactly. Their work identity is still forming. It's fragile. So when they send a message to a boss that has no greeting, all lowercase letters, and just sort of barks an order,
Like, send me the file.
yeah, it's a send file now.
Yeah.
It doesn't just look sloppy. The boss reads that, and without even realizing it, their perception of that young person drops. They think, this kid isn't ready for real work.
Because they lack that polish.
Right. They think the lack of a greeting means a lack of respect. And it really harms their growth.
But it's not just the young kids, right? I feel like I see people my age doing this too, but for totally different reasons.
Oh, absolutely. When you get a bit older, like late 20s into your 30s, the pressure just goes way up.
You have so much more on your plate.
You're managing teams, dealing with bigger issues. The volume of texts you get is just massive. And people at that stage, they get judged on how well they handle stress.
So if they send a weird text.
Yeah, if they send a text that is super brief or sounds panicked, the people above them think they're cracking under the pressure.
So it's a test of your resilience.
Exactly. A calm, clear text shows you have the mindset to handle the heat. A messy text makes you look like you were drowning.
And then, I mean, you look at the really senior folks. I have worked with some directors who send the most bizarre, cryptic messages.
Just one letter sometimes, like just why?
Yes. Or they just reply no to a huge question, and you have no idea which part they mean.
And with them, it's not pressure. It's just a deeply baked habit. They have done it so many times that their brain is on pure autopilot.
They don't even think about it.
They don't. Their mind just bypasses all the filters. They aren't trying to be mean. They just don't realize how the words land.
And that's the scariest part to me, the way the words land. Because when I get that one-word reply, my brain just starts spinning.
We all do it.
It's like there is this huge void, right? When we talk in person, I can see your face. I can hear your voice.
I can see you smiling right now.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
you know I'm not mad. But in a text, all of that is stripped away. It's just a blank space. And our brains absolutely hate a blank space.
We really do. We cannot stand the unknown. so we fill it in.
And we always fill it in with the worst possible thought. We never assume the person's just busy. We assume they hate us.
It is a real bias we have. It's a survival thing. If you are walking in the woods and you hear a branch snap, you don't assume it's a cute bunny.
You assume it's a bear.
You assume it's a bear because that keeps you alive. And today we do the exact same thing with text messages. If a text is just neutral, like if it's just a basic fact with no smiley face, we assume it's a threat.
Wow. We think a simple update is a bear in the woods.
We really do. A lot of times, a totally normal text will be read as cold or angry by the person getting it. More than half the time, people think you are mad at them when you are just stating a fact.
That is wild. More than half the time.
Yeah. So when you just send the facts, you are actively stressing people out.
I mean, that explains so much about how tense offices feel these days. People are just trading facts, and everyone is secretly feeling attacked.
And this is why it is so crucial to put in those tiny little markers of effort.
What do you mean by effort? Like typing more?
Well, not exactly typing more, but taking the time to show you care. When we talk on a phone, it's fast. It takes no effort. So the other person's brain is secretly looking for proof that you respect them.
Oh, I see.
If you just say, "Good morning, Dave," and add a please, it forces you to slow down just a tiny bit.
Right.
And the other person feels that. They feel the respect.
But wait, let me push back on that a little. If the goal is to show effort, right?
Yeah.
Then wouldn't the best thing be to write a really long, detailed message? Like, if I spend 20 minutes typing out every single detail on my phone, doesn't that show a ton of effort?
I love that you asked that because that is such a common trap.
Yeah.
We think more words means more respect.
Right. I'm giving you all the info.
But you are actually just handing them a huge burden.
Yeah.
When you send a giant wall of text, you are making their brain do so much work.
But oh, I hate getting a huge block of text.
Do you feel it? It is exhausting. Their brain has to dig through all your thoughts just to find the one thing you actually need them to do.
I have to play detective just to figure out what they want from me.
Exactly. It creates an instant spike in stress. It hurts their productivity. True respect is making it easy for the other person to read.
So instead of a brain dump, I need to edit myself. I need some clarity.
Clarity is everything. The best habit is to just be clear and polite. Tell them what you need, use a nice greeting, and say what the next step is. Short, clear, and kind. That honors their time.
That makes total sense. It really shifts the whole dynamic. Because if you don't do that, if you are sloppy or rude or you send massive blocks of text, people start to judge your actual skills, don't they?
They absolutely do. This is the biggest danger of all.
Like it bleeds over into how they view your work.
It's a real perception problem. We have this thing where we take one good trait and we just assume everything else about the person is good too.
Sort of like a halo over them.
Exactly. If someone sends really neat, clear, polite messages, our brain just tricks us. We start to think, wow, their spreadsheets must be perfect. Their coding must be flawless.
Just because they said good morning and use bullet points.
Just because of that. We think they are a genius at everything.
And the flip side is true too, right?
Oh, the flip side is brutal. If your messages are chaotic and messy, people secretly start to doubt your real work, even if your work is perfect.
It's like I always think about going to a really fancy restaurant, you know?
Yeah.
The food could be amazing. The chef could be a master. But if they serve that amazing food on a dirty plate...
You wouldn't want to eat it.
Right. You wouldn't care how good the food is. The presentation ruins the whole thing. And that is exactly what a bad text does to your hard work.
It is the dirty plate of the working world. It really is.
Yeah.
And it costs people so much. People miss out on raises. They miss out on leading teams, all because of how they type.
I actually had a friend who went through exactly this. She is so smart, her work is always spotless, but she kept getting passed over for team lead.
Let me guess, her texts were too blunt.
Yes, she thought she was just being efficient. She would strip out all the hellos and thank yous, and she would text people at like 10 at night, just firing off demands.
Oh, that is a classic mistake.
She didn't mean to be harsh, but the bosses looked at that and thought she didn't have the mindset to lead people. They thought she lacked the human touch.
And how did she fix it? Because she couldn't just work harder, right?
Yeah.
The work was already good.
Exactly. She just changed her text. She started adding names. She started saying sorry for the late text. And within a year, she got the promotion. She didn't change her actual job skills at all.
She changed her plate.
She changed her plate. But, you know, bringing up the late night text, that feels like a huge piece of this puzzle. Because I send my worst messages when I am just dead tired.
We all do. And there is a real bodily reason for that. It's not just that you don't care. Your brain is literally depleted.
Like it's run out of fuel.
Yes. The front part of your mind, the part that controls your tone, the part that keeps you polite, it runs out of gas. By the end of the day, after dealing with stress and making choices, that part of your brain is just exhausted,
So the guardrails are just gone.
totally gone. And that is when the bad habits take over. That is when you send the blunt, rude message at 9 p.m.
And on top of that, we are just so used to moving fast on our phones. The phone wants us to be fast.
The whole system is built for speed. It gives you a little hit of joy when you reply quickly. So slowing down actually feels bad in the moment. It takes real discipline to pause.
So how do we fight that? If our brains are tired and our phones want us to rush, what is the fix?
You have to build a system, a habit that you do every single time, so you don't even have to think about it when you are tired.
Like a checklist for texts.
Exactly. A structure. The first thing is always name the person. Just say their name.
Why is the name so powerful?
Because when a person reads their own name, a special part of their brain lights up. They actually pay more attention. They feel respected instantly before they even read what you want.
That is such a simple trick. Just say, hey, Sarah, instead of just, hey.
Right. It changes everything. Then you give them the context right away. Don't make them guess. Tell them what you need and why you need it in the very first line.
No mysteries. Give them clarity.
Total clarity. And then the final piece, which everyone forgets, is how you end it. You have to end it gracefully.
What does that look like?
It means giving them a clear next step or showing you respect their time. Like saying, let me know if you want to chat about this tomorrow.
It takes the pressure off.
Yes. It makes it a back and forth, not just a demand. It shows you care about their stress levels.
But it is so funny, right? We have all this amazing tech to make us talk faster, but the real secret is just forcing ourselves to slow down.
It really is. You have to add friction. And the best habit you can build is the 2-second pause.
2 seconds. That's it.
Just 2 seconds. Before you hit that send button, just hover your thumb over it, take a breath, count to 2.
And what does that do?
In those 2 seconds, your mind catches up to your thumb. It forces you to look at the message from the other person's view. You suddenly realize, oh, wait, that sounds really mean. Or, oh, I forgot to say please.
It's like a safety net for your career. Just 2 seconds.
It builds so much resilience into your day, it stops the panic before it starts.
You know, some people try to fix this whole tone problem by just sending voice notes.
Oh, voice notes, that is a whole other thing.
Because I used to do this. I thought, well, if they can hear my voice, they will know I'm not mad. They can hear my tone. It feels warmer.
It feels great for the sender. But it is usually terrible for the person getting it.
Really? Why is it so bad?
Because you are passing all the hard work onto them. When you type a clear text, you do the work. They can read it in 2 seconds.
Right. They can just glance at it.
But a voice note,
Rrr.
they have to stop what they're doing. They have to find headphones or go to a quiet room. They have to sit there and listen to you ramble for 3 minutes just to find out you need a file.
Oh, wow. I never thought about it like that. I'm making them do chores just so I don't have to type.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You are saying your time is more important than theirs. Plus, they can't search a voice note.
Yeah.
If they forget what you said, they have to listen to the whole thing again.
That ruins productivity completely.
It is so frustrating.
Uh-huh.
Unless you are really close friends and that is your normal habit, you should avoid voice notes for work. Written words, when done right, are the highest form of respect.
That is such a huge shift in perception. We really are writing our whole reputation every single day, 40 times a day, just with our thumbs.
It is all in the palm of your hand.
But, you know, we spend all this time worrying about how we send our texts. We worry about our tone, our habits. But there is another side to this, right?
The side where we are the ones reading the text.
Exactly. When I sit there and see that typing bubble, maybe the problem isn't just them. Maybe the problem is my own bias.
That is the deepest mindset shift of all. Because we are all living in that same blank space.
We are all staring at the empty screen.
So the next time you get a short text and you feel your chest tighten and you start to assume they are mad at you.
I need to catch myself. I need to realize it's just my brain playing tricks.
Yes, catch that bias. Ask yourself, why am I assuming the worst? Maybe they're just tired. Maybe they're waiting for a train and typing with one hand.
Maybe they just forgot to add a smiley face.
We could fix so much stress in our lives if we just gave people a little more grace. If we just stopped assuming the worst and started our own messages with a simple, kind greeting.
It really is that simple. Just a little bit of warmth in a cold digital space.
These thoughts, these questions, they don't have to stop here. Geeks Mindset have many more podcasts and videos just like this one. Subscribe to the channel and explore other episodes. They all flow the same thoughtful way. If this podcast felt genuinely useful to you, share it with even one person in your life. That one share can bring a real change in someone's life, and it helps Geeks Mindset reach more people who truly need this. If this brought you real value, look for the Join button right next to the Geeks Mindset logo below this video. Click it and become a member of the Mindset Support Circle. Your support helps honest mindset awareness reach thousands who are silently struggling. Geeks Mindset moves forward because of you. Thank you so much from the heart for being here.